This video is designed to show you how we are being fooled about inflation and how capitalism is completely failing you and society in general. So let's imagine this monopoly dog right here as the lower class, anybody that makes anywhere from like 0 to 50,000 per year. Let's imagine the car here as the middle to upper class, that are more middle to middle upper class is going to be anywhere from like 50 to 200 and 250,000 per year, real close. Obviously those on the higher end are going to be living much better lives. And then let's put everyone over the 250,000 per year mark up here, and this is going to include the top 1%, and the top 1% are going to have the vast majority of the whole. That's going to be the top 1% that are making millions to billions, right? So, and then this one back here, this is government spending and military. So imagine all of this as the economy whole. So each M&M represents lots and lots of money, right? A percentage of the whole of the money. And we are putting more money into the surplus supply. So as money gets printed, it goes out. From the people who own the businesses, the people who are running the businesses pay their employees. Their employees are going to be between these two. They get a piece of the puzzle, but then they pay their taxes, which will go here, and they also will end up paying their bills back, for consuming. So they're consuming things like electricity, they're consuming gas and oil, they're consuming food, and the people that own all those things, the agriculture, the oil, the food, all of it, it's going to go back to there. So for every dollar spent up here, it is going there or going there and then back to there. And then for every dollar that's getting spent here for taxes and military spending, who owns that manufacturing that makes the military goods? Who owns the oil that goes to the military? Who owns the AI production? It's going to be, again, the top 1%. So the money that is going from here to there, or from the lower class to there, will ultimately cycle back here again. And now what happens is with inflation, so some will say it's supply and demand. So let's say the bird flu comes out, right? And now there are less chickens and less eggs, so they increase the cost of eggs. Now who owns the manufacturing for that? We've got these guys again, the top percent. So what happens is they're making the same amount of money here, or maybe a little bit more. Let's say the minimum wage gets raised down here, so they make a little bit more, but now their cost of living goes up and their food goes up. So now this little bit that they had there now has to move back to here again. And each time that supply and demand is being blamed, so the price is increased, every dollar that's being spent here is coming back tenfold. And every dollar being spent here is never coming back. It's gone forever. So their rent goes up, their food goes up, any money that's being spent, gas goes up, and they are not getting the cycle coming back to them at any point. So they go from working 30 hours, 40 hours, to 50 hours, to 60 hours per week just to keep up and to be able to eat. Now these people here are living a little bit better, but everything catches up to them as well as prices increase. As the gas and oil increases, as the food increases, as travel increases, now they can't take they have to take one less vacation, let's say, per year, and then all of a sudden they have to start being a little bit more thrifty on shopping for food. They're not consuming as much, and they have a piece of their pie taken, and that's going there. In this whole process, while everything's happening, there's more money being printed, right? So more money comes out, and it cycles back to the top 1% again. So they own the businesses that make the money. They choose the price to put it at. So anytime that the price, now that anytime your salary increases here, and it takes away a little bit, so they got to pay you guys, right? So your salary increased a little bit, your salary increased a little bit, and now they say, well, wait a minute, we're not making as much profit as we used to. Let's increase our prices. So they increase the prices, and we take it right back. So you look like you're making a little bit more money, but you're actually living a lower quality of life. Well, they will never touch their quality of life. Their quality of life just keeps getting bigger and bigger. For the ones at the top 1% that had $5 billion 10 years ago, they now have $40 billion, and they will not stop. And the money that goes, let's say that a little bit of their piece of the pie gets taken out here. Well, we need to increase the military. We need to have more military spending, because what's going to happen is it's going to cycle right back to them and all their investments and every business that they own. So the pieces of the puzzle will keep cycling back. So we are not You guys, inflation is a lie. It is a word that they use to keep you trapped in the cycle and to keep you okay. So on the news, when you look, you can blame inflation instead of looking where it's actually at. Capitalism is squeezing you over and over and over again. We print more money, we put more money in the supply. We say, oh, your minimum wages are increased here. We're gonna give you a little bit of a salary wage here, and then all the prices are going to increase across the board because we are not touching our profit. We're not going to lose any here.